What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 30, the first couple chapters. Really looking forward to this. Actually, are we on it? Volume 30? Yeah, we are. Last chapters we ended off seeing the ball, which Farnese attended, and where we are trying to retrieve her. We ended up seeing these guys scheming a little bit. We don't exactly know what they're after, but you can assume from, I can't remember this guy's name actually. But you can assume he's looking for money, wealth and status from marrying into the Van Diemen family. But we had some pretty nice kind of nuggets of knowledge, like we have throughout this whole volume so far, from Farnese's mother, who actually ended up being a really nice character. And sorry, I kept saying 11th. he was part of the 11th. Is actually the he's part of the Lith or Illith or something like that. It looks like 11th when you see it like that. But yeah, we saw those guys kind of scheming. Barney's come here, and then some advice from mother. Also for Serpico as well. But yeah, then the travelling party ended up coming in as we were greeted by a lion, as what we saw in the images of the 30th volume, which we'll have a look again in a minute. Did spoil myself a little bit with that, but I did feel like last reaction was so short, I kind of wanted to do that. But yeah, we end up taking on Serpico. Guts versus Serpico round 2 here. And again, genius from Serpico picking his locations. He's always very good at that, knowing his surroundings and using that to amplify his power, because straight up he'd just get destroyed by Guts. But yeah, let's get right into volume 30. Do let me know what you guys think about these couple of chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And we'll be starting off with Duel and Suzerain of the Religious Domain. Duel. So Serpico gets saved by the pillar right there. I'm also kind of wondering how long it'll be till this whole place kind of just falls down, because the pillars are just there's less than 50%. Would it work like that? No, I guess it's not exactly guaranteed to fall down when 50% of the pillars are destroyed. I imagine it could probably take quite a bit more than that, maybe like 70%, perhaps. Or maybe the pillars are just there for decoration. Ring. Nice little parry from Guts. I'm also hoping, I don't think the armor will take hold of him, but let's hope that's not the case, because then that really is the end of Serpico, isn't it? But hopefully it won't get to that point. Hiding behind the pillars. It's funny because they're always like just enough. There's always like just like a little bit of the end of the pillar before it goes through, before it hits Serpico. I was just watching. Checking Casca's rooting for Serpico right now. Probably. Or maybe she's just that bride that she doesn't even really care. Not bad for a maid. But damn, Serpico can do that good against Guts without the magic hood. A good pupil would he make. And there he is again. You did tell me that the The Yoda puck does come up a lot, and he sure does, doesn't he? He's using the pillar so Guts can't swing his sword. That's cheap. No, I guess it's strategy. Yes, there is a difference. There is playing dirty and playing cheap, but this is not that. Just being smart. Your sword's destructive power places it beyond the classification of most swords. It could even split rock in two. But it is still a sword after all. And its extraordinary power is only exhibited when the tip reaches sufficient speed. And that obviously gets slowed by the pillars. But I mentioned this last time, what happens when a lot of the pillars are destroyed is going to be pretty open here. So the longer this battle goes on, the worse chance you have, Serpico. Especially if Guts actually plays it smart and plays within the area that he's destroyed, rather than where the pillars are kind of still. Yeah, it's an interesting ebb and flow to this battle, I imagine it will be. No matter how you wield it in here, your sword is impeded by the pillars before it can reach such velocity. Say nothing of your still wounded body. Your Guts has had a good amount of rest, to be fair, but I'm pretty sure his body still is pretty messed up. I'm not sure there will ever be a time where it's not the case where his body's messed up, though. And I think that's impossible. Serpico came close there. Even so, you can smash through multiple reinforced stone pillars. I cannot evade such a threat forever. And my thin sword cannot pierce that armour. The places I can target are limited. Hands and face, really. Well, hand and face. The metal one, yeah. Here comes his thrust, as I anticipated. That is his only option here. If I can just evade this. You know, it must feel like almost like it's weird to say, but almost like a coffin just coming at you like that. It's almost like shaped a bit like a coffin, and it's almost the size of a coffin, but it's also quite poetic because it's like it's your death coming right at you. I don't know why. I just see that someone like stupidly quickly just hitting you with a coffin. Again, it does look more like a coffin than a sword, with it being this bloody large. But yeah. Good little dodge here from Serpico. Yeah! I imagine Serpico would be quite a good fencer. And you hit the metal arm. Oh. He switched his grip. He read me. Nice bit of battle knowledge from Guts right here. Switch the grip. That's the good thing about Guts. Like Serpico just said, he knows as well that he can't be hurt anywhere but his head and his arm. So why wouldn't he kind of protect those areas? And they're pretty easy to protect, being so small, such a small portion of his body. Ah, crap. It is a bit far away now, but it's there. It's there. Getting a bit more feral. You know what, Guts is... I've always struggled with this. Guts is a bit of a chin... Oh, that is just the armour. I thought that was like some fatty chin. I've always had a bit of a fatty. I think that's where all my food goes. I do eat a lot of food. I've got really good metabolism, but I think maybe actually rather than good metabolism, which probably will fade away soon, I imagine it actually all just goes to my neck because I have a really fatty neck. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do to fix that, but I never liked that. Maybe that's why I instantly saw it like that. Doesn't look too bad when it's like straight on the camera. Why must they do this? Truly is strong. Unbelievably so. He is a legend. He's already a legend in this universe. I am a man generally disassociated from intense emotion. I adapt to my circumstances and fill the role I am given. That is my style. Even in situations that seemed more or less unreasonable, my mind was at rest. Yeah, I feel pretty similar to that. Now we're doing bloody double jumps. We're doing Mario bloody wall jumps. Ging. Adapt. No. Perhaps my mind was merely benumbed. Benumbed. Sorry. Benumbed. My merely what? I've never heard of benumbed. Got numbed in there, so guess we'll Google it. Benumbed. My bloody Chrome is updated. I'm usually not a person to like updating much of anything actually. So maybe I'm not quite adaptive. But I usually really hate updating stuff. Deprived of physical or emotional feeling. So that's like the emotional numbness. Benumbed. Yeah, not something I've heard. If at all, or often. Perhaps my mind was merely benumbed. But as I encountered you and shared in your journey, it would seem that not only Lady Farnese, but I too changed considerably. As he remembers taking on the weird horse frog thing. And the first fight. You clash head on with your own destiny. Compared to my cool demeanour, that is a life similar to being scorched by hellfire itself. While I arrayed myself in feigned ignorance, perhaps before I knew it, I too was affected by that heat. Yeah, I mean, you're doing this right now, to be fair, Serpico. You're clashing head on with, well, not in the way he's fighting, but in the fact that he is fighting Guts, he is kind of clashing head on with that hellfire. You are certainly a man impossible to ignore. I felt ineffectual, yet happy that Lady Farnese was being changed by you. Yep. Changing much for the better as well. And that's why I'll never allow it. Allow what? What will you not allow, Serpico? Ah, I see. Understandable. honestly understandable. Totally, totally understandable. Of course he was worried about that. Of course he was. I mean, last time Guts went berserk, something nearly happened with him taking down the Traveling Party, if not for Shirka. So, but it doesn't. I mean, it makes it far less likely to happen. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't keep her safe from everything. Even if this is a big possibility, she probably is safe. She probably say that. I was gonna say she probably is safer with the Traveling Party, but maybe not. Okay, who knows? Probably is though. Is what I'm suspecting. But yeah, this is totally understandable. This could easily happen at any point. Could happen now. Could happen right here, right now. So I like the fact that they haven't gored this up or anything whatsoever. It's just her getting killed. They haven't added any blood or any grossness. It wouldn't be bloody or gross for, well, it would for Serpico, but the way he envisions Farnese, it wouldn't be all bloody and gory, I don't think. Serpico. Looks like Evalira's feeling it. Uh-oh, the text is so fucking small up here. Who is that? That's his height in inches. There you go. White eyes. Some kind of coffin maker. Serpico's in. I did bring up coffins earlier. I guess Puck seems to think he's already dead. Bit of a small coffin, but whatever. There's no pillars near him. Yeah. I can continue to evade no longer. As I said. This is the final one. Oof, I am. Let's go, Serpico. Takes a lot of strength to do that, I reckon. Never tried it. But probably takes a lot of strength to jump backwards and catch yourself like that. Probably couldn't do it. Nice dodge there. Oh, the bricks. I was waiting for this. Waiting to be cornered. Killer look there from Serpico right there in his eyes, isn't it? Twist. Is he like deflecting them onto Serpico by putting his blade like that? They're hitting the blade and then going diagonally forward in front to Serpico. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. I'm just kind of hitting him. So it might be side blading Serpico. And that is where we're going to end off. Yeah, as with the usual with these action chapters, yeah, 20 minutes. They usually are really short just because there's a lot of action, not too much text. But there's quite a bit of text in this one. But yeah, not nearly as much as usual. But yeah, let's sorry, I was just taking at the panel for a second now. Let's read some comments quickly before we move on. Yeah, Serpico, you are not that guy. You will not defeat Guts. That can't happen. That can't happen. Well, this guy's kind of wrong here. This guy says Serpico carefully thought out strategy, Guts big sword. I mean, we saw a couple of times in this chapter Guts is big fighting IQ as well. He's been in loads of fights and he knows what areas to strengthen, which ones to protect, and he's reading the fight pretty damn well, honestly. But to be fair, big sword is usually just how it goes versus the monsters. But I do like really strategic fights. Again, that's why I love World Trigger so much, although I know it's going to be a while since I get another season of that. I really like that show in the terms of the combat, because it's so different from any other combat. I wouldn't say it's the best ever. The last two seasons had some beautiful animation to go along with the interesting combat. That was my big flaw about the first 70 episodes, that the animation was kind of subpar to go with the combat system. But I just love the combat system in that show, and it's one of the most strategic battle wise. You can't forget the slightly white swordsman. I forget that's Guts' name now. The black but slightly white swordsman. Why is this person saying Guts has 200 years of battle experience? I mean, he's only got like 20 years, right? 30 years, maybe? Not sure how old he is right now, actually. How old is Guts right now? I would assume from looking at him, late 20s, early 30s. I would assume. Don't really know though. I'll Google it, but I hope I don't get like. Yeah, I doubt I'd see any spoilers for this. Why is the first person that comes up Gordon Ramsay of all people? 22 in 2009. 22 to 25, so like mid 20s actually. Okay. I was thinking late 20s, early 30s, because that's like what people would say is like your prime, action wise and such, I think. Okay. So yeah, maybe 20 years of experience at most, perhaps. I mean, he wasn't fighting at 2 years old, but near enough 20 years. Not 200. I think he's actually been alive longer in our real universe than he has the Berserk universe. But yeah, not too much else in the comment section here. So let's move right on to the final chapter for today. Suzerain of the Religious Domain. I'm not really sure what a suzerain is, but I guess we'll find out. I've heard people called suzerain in Japanese anime. I've heard of people called suzerain. Suzerain. I've never seen it used in a sentence or anything. There it is. The big donk. Yeah, I think, like I said, it was kind of deflecting the rocks, also kind of pushing them onto Serpico a bit, and then just went for the plonk. Ouchies. Gah. Yeah, that one's gonna leave a bruise. That one's gonna hurt. Might give him brain damage. And Guts needed to end this quickly as well, to be fair, because Serpico needed to end it quickly because these pillars. But that was his plan, to be fair. Smart plan as well. But Guts needs to end this quickly before that fucking fox wolf spirit takes him over. It is over. He alive? Serpico? Oh, he's alive. I never thought you would utilize the crumbling pillar. Did you read my intent? Oh, bit of blood right there. No. It happened by chance. Did it though? Did it really? Is that true? I feel like nothing ever happens in chance in situations like these. Because when it comes down to situations like these, a lot of the time you're thinking rapidly, but it is just natural reactions and muscle memory and stuff like that. So it's not really by chance. You can't say it's by chance. It's exactly not by chance, actually, as I just said. He adapted. Then, once again, with you and your reflexes, head's bleeding. Now let's take a look. Yeah, it's good the little elves are here, we can fix them up a bit. You had to go and make my job harder. Serpico, I will never let anything like that happen. Never, so... Oh, poor Shirka. Again, she's the one that stopped Guts last time, and I think she feels it's her responsibility a bit, being the one that gave him the armor to protect everyone from it. I think this is a very natural reaction from her to this, isn't it? Hey, what's wrong, Shirka? You made her cry. Look at Isidro's puzzled face right here. Why are you crying? Guts, when you see Farnese, then what do you intend to do? I don't know, but I'll see her, that's for sure. You really are one to leave things to chance. Again, is it chance? I feel like we know what he's going to do. He said it in the last few chapters. We're getting her back. It's not chance. I guess everything leading up to it is chance. I mean, it is just... Well, it is in a way because he's just going to see her. That is it. But what happens after, I guess, is chance. It's whatever she wants. But again, would you call that chance? Personally, no. But I could see why you would, to be fair. So let's get going. We're in a hurry. Hey, was that for real just now? Kind of also feel bad for whoever has to clean this up. Inevitably not going to be the nobles. Were you two fighting for real? Yeah. Gulp. Of course they were. Yeah, but at the end, oh, I see. Because Serpico, sorry, I keep doing that. Isidro, they're kind of similar. Serpico, Isidro. Isidro keeps. It was mentioned a few chapters back that he never fights for real. He never fights to kill. So knowing that these guys fought for real and to kill against each other as friends probably should be a big moment for him. You've always got to fight fully. That's something I also struggled with it because I remember Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. I'd always go easy on people that had crappy decks or weren't as accustomed to the game. I only ever went to one, but that was yeah, none of that. It's actually quite disrespectful doing like going easy on people. You should always kind of give your all and show your best. I feel like there does come times for you to go easy on people and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I'm quite an empathetic person, so I always put myself in other people's shoes and such, and I know I wouldn't like getting like absolutely destroyed or whatever. So yeah, bit of a moot point, but big moment here for Isidro, I guess. Oh, yeah, but at the end you must have... That was luck. He's not so weak that I can go easy on him. Are you alright? I can hear bells ringing in my head. It's amazing that you're still conscious, to be honest. I know that elves healed him a little bit. It's amazing he's still conscious after that. That's a lot of weight. That's what being a swordsman's like. There he is again. Cold is the way of the sword, yes. You die, and no one cares. We were definitely serious. But Guts had agreed to attack to a tacit condition. Condition? I challenged him to a duel by the sword, and despite the advantages he may have had, he would answer by the sword. Maybe he could be deemed honest to a fault in swearing not to use projectiles, much less that cannon. Well, for my part, I did take advantage of that. And more than anything, he did not unleash the power of his armour, although it was there in the back as we did see. Perhaps I simply lacked the power to drive Guts that far, or else, if that is the case, I suppose I will wager on your unyielding spirit. That monster's got me worried. Right. Don't linger behind or I'll leave you. Monster? Yes. It is apparently akin to the familiars that attacked us at the shore, and it has infiltrated this palace. At the shore? I do not know why. I can think of a reason. I killed some spellcasters at the shore, the ones who were controlling the familiars. They were unmistakably Kushan. Maybe that attack has something to do with the war in progress. If the Kushan are thusly using spellcasters as scouts, or as a vanguard. If so, there's just one answer. Yeah, they're playing Search and Destroy, the Kushan, aren't they? Just almost blindly searching everywhere for Charlotte and Griffith. Not sure which one they're more after, to be honest. Like, would they be satisfied if they found Griffith and killed him more? I think they'd actually be more satisfied if they found Charlotte more and captured her. But I imagine they do want some revenge as well. Pretty soon, this city is going to become a battlefield. I think we did get told that, didn't we? Berserk got told that by Sonia. Yeah, there is. Get away from this city as fast as you can. If, as you say, that monster's the Kushan vanguard, it might be headed where the most important people are gathered. Sonia. Farnese is in danger. This is an instance where she would be much safer with the travelling party, Farnese. Let us go. I will guide you there. Then Serpico, she bring their weapons and stuff with her. I love this shot of Shirko. I don't know why, it just looks really cute, doesn't it? It reminds me of this game I played. I don't know what it's bloody called. I've got loads of games like that. I think I mentioned the one about like playing as like a dragon type thing. It's yes, I can't remember too much from it, but I remember absolutely loving this game where you'd like play as a dragon and it was like a platformer of sorts. It wasn't Spyro or anything. It was a little bit like Rayman, but not. I absolutely loved it, and I've looked up lists of every game ever made on like the PlayStation and stuff, and I've never been able to find it. It's almost like a game that was almost created from my head, but I know it existed, but I lost it as a kid. I lost that game. It also reminds me of another game I played, which was a demo. I'm not sure if it was like, I think it might have been a pretty good game, but it was like a demo on my PlayStation 1, I believe. It might have been Crescent Moon. I'm not sure, but it was like the graphics. Obviously, remembering back now, looking back at the graphics, they were pretty terrible. But I just remember really enjoying that game. It was because I had no idea what to do on it, but it was just really good. I don't know. Is it Crescent Moon? No, it's not this. It is not this. No, yeah. Something with a moon, perhaps. Harvest Moon, perhaps. No, it isn't Harvest Moon. Yeah, I just can't remember. There's a few games from my childhood that I really like remember specific parts of very vividly. But I just have no idea what the names are. I'd love to be able to find them, because both of those games I never progressed probably more than 2% in, because I just couldn't as a kid. As a kid back in the day when you'd play games, you didn't have the internet. Well, the internet was the thing, but you were a kid, so and there wasn't that much on the internet, so you really had to kind of find things out yourself, which was probably a much more exciting time in gaming. Honestly, nowadays I feel like everything's already kind of finished and said and done. People have already experienced, and you've already got tips and cheats and such for everything by the time you played the game. Back then it was a bit more of an adventure, in my opinion. But yeah, just because I couldn't do much with them, I actually hold them in very high regard, those games. I wish at some point I could find them, but as I said, I've looked through like lists of every game ever made, and it's really difficult because you only ever, on those lists and such, you only ever see the name of the game, and I don't know the name of the game. Even if I saw the name of the game, I probably wouldn't recognize it. And there's no place where every game is listed with like photos and stuff. So one day I'm gonna try and find those games. But as I was mentioning, this shot of Shirka really reminds me of, I think, some of the characters in one of the demo. I also really remember playing the Bioshock demo. That's one of my most memorable gaming experiences as well. Obviously Bioshock's a massive series and really awesome. I remember buying, this is how you would kind of find stuff out. I'd buy like gaming magazines, and you'd get like a little cheat book of like little hints and kind of tricks and how to beat bosses and stuff, and sometimes codes and that, but I never really had any cheats apart from my DS. I am going on quite a bit here on them. But yeah, you'd buy that, and then you'd get like some trial games as well. You get like 3 trial/demos, and Bioshock was definitely the best one of those I ever had. That was absolutely fantastic. I remember as a kid I was super scared playing it. It's not actually that scary when you play it as an adult. I've played through all of them again as an adult, but as a kid I was really damn scared. I'm not sure when that was. There was a time before Bioshock was released, so that must have been ages ago. But yeah, I actually finished the series a year or so back now. I rebought and finished the series. (2007), bloody hell. So yeah, I was 9. I was younger than 9, which still seemed kind of crazy. But I think obviously my parents didn't know that there would be a game quite as scary as although I was watching horror and stuff at quite a young age anyway. There's a game quite as scary as that in just like a gaming magazine. One also that I didn't play, but I think it's called like Fear. I would always read about this series in those magazines, and it always looked really scary. So it's like Evil Girl, but it looks just like an FPS. But I've heard it's a really good game, and I've never played it even to this day. But that always kind of, when I saw the magazine articles about that, I'd always get quite scared, even if I didn't play it. But yeah, bloody hell, that takes me back out again. So it must have been, yeah, being that I played the demo, must have been like 8 or 9 years old. That was a long time ago. But yeah, let's get back. Just having a bit of reminiscent on my old gaming experiences right there. Take these. There it is. Oh wow. They're just like assimilating on him. It seems the sylphs wish to return to their owner. It does seem that way. Talk about attachment. Oh, it's quite cute actually, isn't it? Even though you can't see the sylphs. They're so happy to be back. Serpico looking like Serpico again. Didn't want to see him too dripped out with all those really nice clothes. Is that you feeling a bit warm in that blanket, Serpico? There they are, the little sylphs. Little buggers. Holder of the honourable title Master of Scales. The 3rd generation head of the Vandimian family. Lord Federico do Vandimion has arrived. Federico. Look at all these guys in the back. That guy looks super sus. I don't know why, I instantly thought these looked like toilet plungers. These chandeliers. That's Federico. Sorry. That's Federico de Vandimion, head of the great Vandimian family, the foremost in the world. They say that starting with Tudor, hardly any of the great powers can now wage war without Vandimian financial backing. It isn't just nations. The financial administration of even the Holy See is managed single-handedly by the Vandimian Bank. He surely is the most influential person in the Holy See domain. Talk about presence. Couple different reactions here from the brother. They're like happy. Guy just a little bit impressed. And then finally he's almost looking a bit worried. A range of emotions right here. Sorry guys. Maybe I was talking too much about my old games. You know what, another game I used to love playing as well was Spore. It was massively hyped up. It's a game where it was like an evolution game. You could like create your own little alien. Loads of customization and stuff. This game was massively hyped up, I believe. All these different kind of attacking parts, and you'd create like colonies and such. And yeah, I used to really like playing this game. And it was massively hyped up. I'm not sure it ever lived up to that. I mean, I used to love playing it. I know it wasn't the best game ever or anything, but yeah, I just remember at the time it was being massively hyped up. 2008 as well, yeah. At the same time. Serpico? Supreme Consuls and City Administrators of Vratanis, I am honoured that you accepted my invitation this evening. Tomorrow will surely see the start of a holy war, one involving a military host unprecedented even in the history of the Holy See's domain. You dignitaries from myriad nations must feel akin to mighty heroes. Whether this is your last banquet before departing for the front, so let us tonight discuss nothing so inelegant. Roderick. Once father's done speaking, we move. We move. I kind of hope they're not planning on taking Farney's hostage or something. I don't know. I don't know what these guys' plan is. They almost are kind of taking a hostage in that Roderick's marrying her in a way, but they're actually taking a hostage. I do this a lot, so okay, cool. Just hoping I didn't wander from the middle of the screen. A toast in celebration of victory. Good people gathered here. I would like to take this opportunity to impart an announcement regarding our Vendimian family. Oh, so he's just going to announce the. Makes sense. Who's that? The third Vendimian's son, I believe. Manifico? Looks like he's coming up with some evil scheme right here. See these two standing here? It's a magic trick. Third in line to the royal throne of the Ilith, Roderick of oh god, Staffen. Horrible, horrible. German is so hard. Stauffen, Roderick of Stauffen, and my sis Serpico. Oh dear. Well, that is majorly embarrassing. That is majorly embarrassing. Calling everyone's attention for that. Manifico. Father? Oh no. What's this all about? Well, look at that chin. You see, my oh my. Yeah, total embarrassment. That came from you, you know. That came from your stomach, that guy. As we end off with a smiley face in the fog. Slash a moon. I'm not sure if that is intended to be a smiley face. Probably. A little smiley face right there. A crescent moon. And some horrible teeth. From these super furry lions. It almost looks like the fur that you don't like though. It almost looks like unwashed, super greasy 1-year-old fur. Rather than kind of a normal lion's fur. But yeah, that is the end of this chapter. Huge embarrassment right there at the end. But let's read some comments quickly before we finish off for today. So where is this? Where is this guy right now? Oh yeah, I think he's just outside the ball. Considering there's so much light coming out of there. Yeah, things are gonna get ravaged a bit next episode, I imagine. Yeah, the mum's reaction is my reaction for sure. It's like, oh, I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I can't watch my son do this. Absolute embarrassment. So yeah, good couple of chapters there. Have a little look at what the next couple are called. Nice end to the fight here with Serpico and Guts. That was a pretty good fight, wasn't it? That was a pretty good fight. Guts, of course, winning. But Serpico, yet again, doing a pretty damn good job against a beast. An absolute beast. Doing a brilliant job against him, to be honest, didn't he? But ultimately got his head banged in. Again, fair play to him for not actually getting knocked out or anything there. That was a hell of a blow. Yeah, I like this little moment for Isidro as well, kind of more realising what it takes, how you've got to fight. And yeah, pretty lovely moment here as well, of course. Berserk, as usual, really cute and nice there. Yeah, bit of a super embarrassing moment at the end here. Yeah, let's have a little look quickly at what we've got to come. I mean, obviously we've got us to come. But we've got next time Enchanted Tiger and Intrusion. So yeah, I imagine we'll be seeing the tiger ravage through quite a few nobles next time. Do let me know you guys thought about these chapters though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. I'll be back next time with the next couple chapters, so see you guys then. I think at that point we'll be up to 260. So yeah, thank you guys for watching again. Have a good rest of the day.